especially when you already kind of know what it is that you're really trying to be and attract and manifest. If you don't expect those things to already be there in a small sense, or rather, what's going to happen is you're going to have to try to seek things outside of yourself to make it happen. That's when you fall into the trap of thinking that you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing because something outside of you said that you're not supposed to be doing that thing, or there's all sorts of different approaches that in hindsight keep you from getting to the place where you're actually working towards and striving towards each and every moment. All because you conditionally led yourself to believe that something outside of you gets to determine if the activity in which you prolong is simultaneously your detriment. Which, whatever that activity is, counted as a sin or not. It's only a sin if you're betraying yourself. And what that means is, if you have agreed to a sort of healing participation in all that you are, with or without someone else, that's what you agreed to. When you betray that, that's when you started off wrong, and you know that you should never even start off wrong to begin with. So I don't even, I'm very cautious, so I don't even like to start at the wrong place, if I am around the wrong people, places, things, I like to just track my own. And movement is the constant, right? So if you're not attracting more movement into like flowing harmony within yourself, it's kind of hard to be in that state of, hey, I am being this thing that I'm trying to get to. I am doing this thing that I am. It's kind of hard to be in that imaginational vortex, rather. So if you want to create that, if you want to be in that space, try not to prolong, that instinctual, heart-based, generative, creating force within you that doesn't force itself upon anything externally. It rather utilizes, the force, everything within and around itself. And it isn't necessarily just, the Jedi Council and the Sith is not necessarily the light and the dark side. It's the utilization of both. It's the strong understanding that, yes, when you're something and someone of darkness, that you're utilizing that because of external forces influencing you based upon environmental conditioning. But that environmental conditioning is always subject to change, and since that is constant, what you got to know is that when you begin to witness beauty around you, start to witness it within you, and then you go from point A to point D, right? Because when you focus on just two-dimensional ways of alerting ourselves, there's really nothing to have the strong home structure that needs a foundation in reality. So this is what I'm here to complete and fully heal and work through, document it, share it, being as vulnerable as I want to be, to really expand the things that need to come to light. Like, let's talk about it. if you're here to be something that you really want to be in this relationships, you really want this life of yourself, you really want to be this, not just this character, but you are the character, your your true self. That is you, your character. Whatever that is, you're only going to discover and begin to know it when you start to approach reality in that way. As, hey, I am exploring this. You know? I am finding out what it is that I'm here to do. And you really believe it. And then you begin to witness the change that you're creating. So then you step into this total dying / demonstrational aspect of not just what looks like, but what actually is. So you're only getting to that demonstrational place, and you're doing all of these things from the right place. If you're doing it from the wrong place, you're not going to actually, it's not going to click, it's not going to connect, it's not going to necessarily get to the place you're trying to get to in the first place. It's just going to be like wasted, And I don't want anyone to be wasted. I don't want anyone to be wasting, because if you are doing that, and if I ever get to a place where that would even be some form of reality that I'm experiencing, then I'll leave it to destiny within density. So, that's outside of my control. But what is in my control is how I do stand and walk towards what I am creating. And that necessarily doesn't have to do with running away. That necessarily doesn't have to do with staying somewhere where, you're stuck just to try to manifest it internally. It's not none of that. It's something in between. It's something above all of it, is what I'm trying to really explain, right? So, everything is going to align itself when you're in this vibrational flow of knowing exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it, how it's working out, how it isn't, what you're exactly meant to fulfill, what you're not. It's a big, explorative, generational procedure that you're undergoing, and you're allowed to overtake anything that, isn't in alignment. So, whether it be habits or whatever, there's a way to rise above things. You don't necessarily have to do complete detachment. If I'm trying to go ahead and be something that I am, I don't need to detach from it until I go through the A's, A, B, and C. So, alright, so detachment is the final stage of everything. First you gotta send, then you must, I'll say behave, change, be and have. And allow yourself to experience it. Into the detachment. It can be slow or fast, not necessarily either or. But yeah, I'm gonna make sure that all of these videos are coming out in the right time, right place, for the right reasons. Otherwise, I'm going backwards, and I don't need to do that. Someone else might, but just to start off right. So you might have to retrace your steps, restart, go back where you came from type shit, and just step into what you're meant to step into. Okay. For me, cold frost bites enough to allow natural fruition to arise, which is how things manifest to begin with. Whew. The snow has really iced, or is getting to that place. It's not soft anymore. It's hard and it started snowing, I guess, last night. But it just felt like the perfect place. Sitting inside, hanging out for a little while. To make this so what I'm doing right now is putting a lot of my thoughts into alignment as well, through actually getting to the place where I am explaining what it is that I'm working through at this point in period. That is in relative and great relation workings with this video. Ooh. So don't be afraid to utilize things externally to step into the great power, because a lot of times, I'll be in the space where I'm doing things like, making me in connection with the world, activities and behaviors, but changing it as well, stepping in, replacing those things with something new. But if I'm getting specific with it, it's like, if I'm using technology to express myself, then what I'm doing is focus on replacing that with things in real aspects and the reality that is joyous, fun, experiential. So this is the setup. So yeah. This is where I was from the red flag. Go ahead and catch it with me. That's it. If you're a man, I'm here to lead you the right way, not the wrong way. If you're a woman, I'm here to teach you how to take the throne of God, aka my motherfucking dick. So, be well, be more thou. Peace, love, and alignment. Make sure you love yourself. And I just want to wrap it up by getting ready to continue moving. Because great movement is acceleration. Great movement is how you get to not just where you're trying to get to, but the place you're actually at, which is gonna take, some amount of loving appreciation for yourself. How far you come, what you're going through, what you have been through, the great, tests that await for you to overcome. It's all okay. It's all part of the bigger change that you're here to experience through your individual and collective unification with the whole angelic force and the whole flight squad. Shout out to all the archangels, angelic force, to all the angels, and wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, may it be may you be cautious on what you're doing as well. Not just about doing the wrong thing, but really appreciating and loving yourself to do the right thing for yourself, because when you hurt something that you're trying to acquire and manifest, you're really just hurting yourself in the process. So it takes a great deal of appreciation and gentleness and committal inner workings that you're actually doing on your own. And that's okay, because you're here to do that. Just don't let anything distract you, unless it's you doing it. So the whole point of me is to show you that how to do things appropriately. It's not just about desire. It's not just about, desensitization. It's about, are you doing them, or is someone else outside of you influencing you to do those things, which then, is going backwards. That's what I'm here to prevent, help bring awareness to, help you transform, and put it in its proper aspect, okay? So really I'm trying to wrap this up right now, but for some reason, it's not coming to me. What I'm trying to wrap it up with. Okay. Health, wealth, and abundance is at the forefront and pillar of who you are. Push forward and take a step back and relax. It's not a hard current of events that you gotta go through. It could be easy as you develop the hard, chiseled, protective guardings around yourself as you become stronger and better, faster, and bigger, and all of that. So this is all about the journey that you're experiencing that is so original and unique into this one aspect and place that you are. It's called incarnation, baby. Get used to it. All right. So until again, keep it flowing, and I'll be burning it all, slaying it all, 'cause I'm here getting real. Can you catch a feel? Tell me now, tell me now, tell me now. See ya.